Introducing Hawaii Living with Ann Lee, a culinary journey through paradise, offering viewers an intimate look at the people, places, and flavors that make Hawaii truly special.
We are at Pier 38 at Nami Kaze, one of our favorite restaurants. Joining me is one of the world-renowned chefs, Chef Kealoha Domingo. When I asked him where he wanted to do his interview, he chose Nami Kaze because Jason Peel is one of the best chefs on this island. Thank you, Chef Kealoha, for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, there's a lot for us to talk about, but I know that Chef Jason is here making a special appearance because he made us some goodies. Chef Jason Peel, owner, operator of Nami Kaze.
My favorite.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What are we? Where are we now? Is it morning, afternoon?
It's 3
nighttime?
o'clock.
I never know. We did some simple stuff today. Poke always. We love ahi from our fresh island fish. Our favorite people over there, giving us the freshest fish. And then this is a taro spring rolls. I just made a sauce one, Filipino sauce. We have a couple more things. We have some local beef cheeks. It's in a curry braise, a red curry braise with some shredded apple, radish, and cucumber. Radish and cucumber from our local farmers. And then the last one is salmon. We like to use the best quality ingredients. So this is glory based salmon, lightly smoked with kung pao stuff.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Looks great.
Thank you so much. Okay, you have been in this industry for a long time.
Long enough.
When you say long, I know that you have quite a lineage of folks in your family that have been in this industry, and one of them was Chef Thailand Pang.
Yes.
He was a wonderful, wonderful chef, and he's also your uncle.
Yes. Beloved late uncle, Thailand Pang. Yeah. He was definitely one of my inspirations. You know, growing up as a young man, I got to see him in action, and he really, really inspired me to, you know, want to delve a little deeper into the culinary world.
What a great person to have as one of your many mentors, because there's been so many other folks that you have worked with. You've been very blessed in your career, and I know that you're going to be embarking on your new journeys. So can we talk a little bit about that?
You know, yeah, it's been quite a wild ride. I'm sure every person in the food industry can talk about the ups and downs of the business. For myself, the ups and downs are pretty literal because you know, it's pretty well known that I spent a good time of my life working in a totally different industry. I was an elevator mechanic.
Which is crazy.
And, you know, well, things sort of happened. You know, I followed my passion, you know, did my very best to fit into an industry with so many amazing, well-trained professionals like Chef Peel and so many of the other amazing local chefs that I look up to. But yeah, I was fortunate to kind of get started in my catering business, and it kind of blossomed from there. So
let's tackle the poke.
All right.
We actually did a little segment before with Pier 38 Market, Fish Market, and they showed us where this fish is actually curated. So that was an experience. So this is literally the freshest fish that you can have.
The freshest fish.
The freshest fish. That's a tongue twister.
Beautiful.
Super good.
My favorite.
So there's a lot of different things that you've been able to do, especially within this career path that you've had. I want to talk about what you did with Hawaii Food and Wine on the Big Island. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because that was an actual experience that people were actually able to be a part of.
Yeah, in 2023, last year, Hawaii Food and Wine held technically the second, but the first of late Indigenous food event And you know, again, I've been fortunate to kind of fall into this world of indigenous foods as a native Hawaiian that is cooking food and ingredients from my culture. You know, it was really cool to be a part of that kind of landmark event. You know, the world of indigenous cuisine has really been picking up. You know, due to some great movement across the continental U.S. and across the globe. Indigenous chefs popping up from every ethnicity and every culture, and I feel blessed to play a small part in representing Hawaiian cuisine.
And you do Hawaiian cuisine really well. So what can you share with us what the future holds for you?
Well, after many years of doing mainly catering events, I'm kind of zeroing in finally to brick and mortar space. We're not ready to release it just yet, but it's going to be in the heart of downtown Honolulu. And yeah, when things pop up, it'll be a new adventure. But yeah, looking forward to it.
So more details to come. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna try the beef cheeks.
Beef cheeks.
We'll be right back. And welcome back. We are gonna try the beef cheeks.
This is why I said this is my favorite restaurant to come to, because Chef Jason never disappoints.
I know.
This beef cheek looks unreal.
Do you know how many
So
people
delicious.
love coming here? It's just a wonderful place.
I almost want to gatekeep, but
You don't want to tell people
Almost
about it,
wanna
right?
gatekeep.
Because you can't get a reservation.
I know people.
So if you need a reservation, contact Chef Kealoha.
No. Oh, that's awesome.
What do you think makes good food?
I think what makes good food is someone who really cares about making people happy. I mean, going the extra measure to use the best ingredients, bringing out those stories, those mo'olelo, those, the hidden meaning behind, the different dishes and the history, and so much more than just food. People like Chef Jason, who again is my idol. He just goes way above and beyond.
He really does. Today's his day off, and he made us food because of you.
Because of
Because of you.
because of me.
That's the kind of pull you have. But you're right. I think that food is food. There's food, but then the love and everything else that's put behind the actual dish comes forth, and you can taste it. And that's what I feel makes a good restaurant or makes a good dish.
Being creative with the ingredients that are available, and the things that we can access here, as well as stepping outside of the box. I mean, yeah,
This salmon is super good.
unbelievable.
This is so good. Like, I've never had salmon taste like this. Thank goodness for chefs like Chef Jason and Chef Kealoha. Do you have anything else upcoming that you're working on, like other than eventual brick and mortar events?
I have a handful of special events coming up. Very fortunate that it's been pretty nonstop. We just got over this whole run with Festpac,
Yeah.
which was which is a beast, but it was such a great opportunity to be a part of that. But moving on to other things, I know we have upcoming Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. they're going to be doing another Indigenous food event called Roots at the Hyatt.
So that's going to be here on Oahu.
Yes, yeah. And then another event I'll be doing on Kauai with a group called Common Ground. I don't know, maybe Chef Pier should come to that because he's a Kauai boy.
That would make sense.
That's another one coming up. But also kind of excited, I don't want to jinx it, but hoping to be in Italy in September for the Terra Madre, the Global Slow Foods event.
Wow, that's this is just little things that you're working on.
Just
Well,
being in the right place at the right time.
I love that Common Grounds property.
Yeah.
I've actually walked and seen all of the different things that they've grown there. It's really nice, and I know they were slowly reopening it through the pandemic. You know, after the pandemic, so I'm glad to hear that it's thriving and doing well in Kauai. But maybe Chef Jason should be there. He is a Kauai boy.
See if we can break him away from his schedule.
You think? I don't know. He's hard to get a hold of nowadays. Pretty busy, that guy. Well, for more information, how do people know what you're up to?
Definitely follow my Instagram, Nui Keloha Hawaii. I have a website, nuikeloha.com. Call Ann.
I'm gonna call Jason.
Don't call Chef Jason because he's busy. Yeah, I'm out there.
Yeah, you are. Well, you're incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy to know
Thanks.
you. Cheers. I often get asked where to take visitors when they come to Waikiki. I love to come to Tiki's Grill and Bar only because the chef is amazing and they've been here for 20 plus years and they always have the best food. And you'll see Kama'aina here, you'll see visitors here. Joining me is their executive chef, Ronnie Nizuri. Ronnie, thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure's mine, Ann.
So you've been doing this for how long?
I've been doing this for a long time. I've been here at Tiki's for about 12 or 13, I think it was 13 years in November. Incidentally, we turned 22 years old, Tiki's, on October 17th.
On my birthday.
On your birthday. It's my birthday. You know, we're a staple here in Waikiki. We have visitors and locals alike, know that we're here.
Yeah, but some people don't know that, which I find amazing.
I think that some locals are scared. Some locals are kind of scared of Waikiki because of the parking and stuff.
Okay.
We're not. We're in Waikiki and we're not. We have the spectacular views of Waikiki. We're in Waikiki. We're right down on Papahulu.
You're by the zoo.
You're in and out. We're down by the zoo.
And you have valet parking.
We have free valet parking
for
for
3 hours.
While supplies last. That's limited, but we have
Sure.
we have that. So why don't we start with this? This is venison bolognese. So it's Molokai venison. These are pappardelle, which is a wider fettuccine noodle.
And it's green.
It's locally made, so it's moringa.
Moringa.
Kalamungai, the proper pronunciation, right? I think it's more nationally known as moringa. Better get some of this on there. This has pecorino cheese, which is aged. Sheep's milk Romano cheese. It's pungent, sharp. These are locally made noodles. I tried making the noodles when we started this dish. We're too big of a restaurant.
You gotta
to keep
eat
up
some
with that.
too.
Yeah, I love this.
And these are your favorite dishes.
These are some of my favorite dishes. Yeah.
Your Chef Ronnie's recommendations.
All our
here.
food is good, and our menu's not giant, but it's broad spectrum enough to please a lot of palates.
That is so
we feel.
good.
Thank you very much.
I feel like I'm in New York right now.
That's the idea.
That is so
or
good.
Massachusetts. But right, fresh local pasta, fresh local moringa or kalamungai. This is venison and pork bolognese. Venison's a bit lean. The local access here is spectacular. I've had it many different ways. One of my favorite things in the world is lamb. Venison's like the next closest thing to it.
Not gamey at all. You can't. I mean,
It's not gamey.
It is. It's so good, so good. And this is only dinner. Only served at dinner. Totally worth it. Totally worth it just to order this.
We're a local scratch kitchen. We're independently owned. We've been here for 22 years. Our owner, Bill Tobin, or other owners, lets me do what I want within reason in regards to the menu.
Sure.
And how we develop our menu. We try to please a lot of different palates, a lot of different people, and I put my favorites that I like on the menu as long as
I remember
they're
talking
well
to
received.
Bill. He was on a previous episode, and he made sure that grill was before bar because he wanted the food to become top.
What he told me when I came.
Yeah,
A restaurant before a bar.
restaurant before bar.
We're known as a cool, kishi, is that a word? Like tiki restaurant. We have our cool decor and all that stuff everywhere. I think to me it's quite charming, all of it.
100%. Yeah.
And, for a restaurant of this size, but we are still also a great tiki bar with great drinks.
Okay,
And this
speaking
is-
of the drink, what
so
is
this
this?
is, I don't make these, I drink them. This is our 1944 Mai Tai. It's a signature drink. They're spectacular.
This is the best in Waikiki?
It's alcohol for it. Arguably, I would say it's the best one I've had in Waikiki.
Okay, cheers to you, Chef Ronnie. Okay, let's
You
try.
can sip some through the straw, and if you don't want to wreck your lipstick, you can drink some right through the foam, and you get a whole different thing. Some people mix the foam in. It's Lilikoi foam. There's 3 different boozes in it.
Wow.
Yes. It's alcohol for it if you're into that. Not everyone is. And the bartenders are super great about explaining that to people.
It's very tasty. It's not like, blah. It's like a layered
It's
taste.
delicious.
It's very, very good. Okay,
And
now
then, so let's try another one.
what is this?
Well, here, before that, let's go to this because this is a great poo-poo food, and that's why I did this one. This is one that's been on the menu for a really long time,
Okay,
and it's simply called prime rib poke, and it's simply sautéed prime rib with pipi kala aioli, and it has like poke sauce in it, just soy sauce and sesame, very simple, onions, chili pepper flakes, and it's a very simple dish, but it's a great go-to for drinking food. So a lot of these people that hang at the bar and they're not trying to eat something heavy.
this is delicious.
It has local crimini mushrooms in it. Those are Small Kind Farms crimini mushrooms. It's a great partnership with them. We buy a lot of local products, a lot of farm to table products.
This is genius. So this is prime rib poke.
Mm-hmm.
This is available happy hour, lunch,
Not lunch.
not lunch, just
Dinner. During happy hour.
during happy hour and
At 4
dinner
o'clock.
only. That's delicious.
We have a fun happy hour for visitors and locals alike. So we have like an abbreviated happy hour menu that's some things that are on our menu in smaller versions at a discounted price. People can come in and have a few drinks after the beach and have a few poo-poos before they have their dinner.
That's great.
We get people for dinner, for lunch, for happy hour, for late night cocktails. Here in this end of Waikiki that's not in the thick of everything.
Sure.
There's a lot of people down this end that don't have as many choices. We're
I
at
love
the
that.
Twin Fin Hotel.
It's
Say
gone
that.
through 4 different ownerships, but now it's called the Twin Fin, and it's still the same location, just the name is a little different. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to attack these 2 dishes, and we're going to learn a little bit more about Chef Ronnie. We'll be right back. So we are back with Chef Ronnie. I want to talk about this dish because I know this is something special that you like. What exactly is this dish?
So this goes back to childhood stuff, and we didn't eat a lot of lamb growing up because lamb was expensive. This is lamb shank. What I love about lamb shanks is it's slow braised. This is the equivalent to an osobuco, except it's lamb. It's a shank cut. We slow cook it with red wine, beef stock, herbs, rosemary, tomato, and then the childhood throwback is the gnocchis, or like my grandmother used to say, she called them Yankees, Yankee with our Northeast accent.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Are you a lamb eater?
Not really.
Lamb shank's not that gamey. It still tastes like lamb.
It's so good. The sauce, the gnocchis, the shrimp. So why is there shrimp in here?
It's a surf and turf. Just to be a surf and turf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your rendition of surf and turf with lamb.
Yes. And anything, like you can add a lobster tail to anything to the menu here at Tiki's.
And a surf
We
and
have
turf.
that too, but this
You have
is
lobster
to me
tail.
that's a surf and turf. I would rather have lamb with childhood flavors of homemade gnocchi. This has a mustard, whole grain mustard sauce. It's butter and soy sauce. You saute the gnocchis in butter and a little bit of pancetta. And then these are local braising greens. See those greens down there? Those are from Kapumana Farms. They're beautiful local greens. The same ones in the bottom of that.
Wow. This is, I mean, amazing. This is delicious.
This is hands down my favorite dish on the menu.
Wow, so tasty.
This is the one that I take home after work. Like I pack one of these up and take it home so I can eat it at midnight.
Do you cook at home?
Of course, yeah, definitely.
You do?
Yeah, I love to cook. I just redid my kitchen. It's one thing I wanted to do, that the house that I just bought this past 5 years. I pimped out my kitchen. Like I put double bridge induction burner. It took me a year to get a Gen Air gas, 4-burner gas stove with an infrared grill in it. Mm-hmm. So I have a grill in my kitchen. I put a hood. It's really cool.
So wow, so you like to cook at home too?
Yeah,
you
totally.
You cook here, you cook at home.
Like people ask me like where do I go out to eat? I go out to eat in great restaurants from time to time, but I'm in a restaurant 5 nights a week.
You know
and
what
I love
you
it.
like. You know what you like.
And then I cook at home. I do. Yeah.
That's fair enough. But sometimes you get so cooked, you get tired of cooking for other people. So I would think that you would just eat like a ramen or something.
Oh no, it gathers people.
Yeah.
Late at night I make pasta. Pasta's fast. You can make pasta fast. You have pasta in 15 minutes.
Well,
and have like gourmet pasta in 15 minutes.
Sure. Well, I'm not a chef. That's why I rely on people like you.
Right. And ramen's good too,
Well, yes. But if you
this
can
is
have...
definitely one of my favorite dishes.
Okay. Now, let's get to the dessert.
Okay.
I'll
So
let you
this
have a
thing-
shrimp first.
Okay. Well, I can munch on at the same time. But this is our 20-layer halpia crepe cake. It took
20 layer.
It's 20 layers. It took me months to figure this thing out. So the filling is coconut cream. When you look up recipes, I should tell the secret online, but I guess it's all good. It took me months to figure it out. But when you Google like vegan whipped cream, people do coconut cream. So you can buy coconut cream. It's all the fat, and it's healthy fat.
And it's vegan.
Coconut, and it's vegan.
Huh.
And if you refrigerate it, it turns solid, and then you can whip it in a mixer. You whip it, and it aerates like Cool Whip, like cream.
Wow.
So we add heavy cream to it, just the filling, and then we put a little bit of vanilla and some powdered sugar, and it's that simple. And then we layer it between we refrigerate it, whip it, refrigerate it, and then layer it between the crepe cakes. And then when you build the crepe cakes, we build them in the morning, the prep staff. And there's always, we always stay a day ahead on them. And then it kind of blooms, like you see how it gets, the crepe part gets kind of fluffy.
Yeah.
It's kind of fluffy with it.
Can I just take a little piece here?
Of course. And then we make some liquid gels. It's lilikoi sauce and raspberry and chocolate, and then we gelatinize them, and
Oh my God.
so you can get get that different mouthfeel. It just simply has toasted coconut on it. So it's like just my version. It's not truly halpia, because halpia is like pudding.
It just melts in your... I didn't have to chew. It just dissolved and disintegrated in my mouth.
You can't use true halpia because it's too pudding. Like it's too wet. It's too dense.
That is so good.
I had these cakes in New York like 10 years ago or 8 years ago, and they were those Lady M cakes. There's one of those here now. And I had that all those years ago. And I was like, oh, this is what a cool concept. I would love to learn how to make this and make it something more island, make it something more Hawaii.
Well, you nailed it. You completely nailed it. I am so blown away.
It's delicious.
I've come here for lunch so many times. I love your lunch menu, but the dinner menu, I just feel like it's just amazing. I appreciate you so much for sharing your favorite items and this amazing drink. Thank you so much for doing this.
We're adding a couple new lunch items as well. I'm going to do a Molokai venison patty melt. So I'm looking forward to that. My brand new panini press just came in. And then I'm going to figure out a couple of other cool items.
So we're going to have to do a phase 2 of this episode then. Okay, there's more to come. For more information, we can go to tikisgrillandbar.com.
Yep.
And you guys are open 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Okay, awesome.
364 days a year. We
The
close
only
one
day is when you close.
We close the first 2 weeks in December, and it's to have our holiday party for our staff.
That's it. And then the rest of the day, you guys are here. Oh, awesome. Thanks again, Chef. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
Cheers again.
Salud.